journey, what God would desire for us is to grow to full devotion. In other words, wherever we're at on the spectrum of growth, that we will continue to develop and learn about who God is and be changed to live the life that He desires for us to live. So we're going to be diving into this over the next several weeks, and we're going to be looking at Romans chapter 12 in the Bible. Because Romans chapter 12 is just filled with some great practical insights to experience transformation in life. And what I want to do with you today is I want to look at Romans chapter 12, and I also want to do some compare and some contrast with another book that's really making some waves in our culture. It's a book by Rhonda Byrne called The Secret. How many of you have heard of The Secret, or at least know about it? Yeah, look at that. Most of the people in the room. The Secret is a book that also argues that it has the answers to life transformation. It claims to be basically the secret and the ticket to health and wealth and happiness in your individual life and to being changed. Oprah's featured The Secret on 2 different episodes. There are secret groups that meet all around the valley and people talk about it and discuss it. And The Secret, Rhonda Byrne claims, has been used by all of these successful people down throughout history, like Plato and Newton and Einstein and Shakespeare, and all these people knew The Secret. And then she came upon The Secret, and now she's trying to make The Secret available to everyone else. Well, what is The Secret? Yeah. Well, The Secret, she says, is the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that what you think and what you feel literally attracts certain things to you. So if you think positive thoughts and happy thoughts, and if you're feeling in a positive way, that will attract positive things and positive thoughts to you. If you think about disease and sickness and death, you're going to attract disease, sickness, and death to you. So what you think has huge implications for your life. Now, The Secret has helped a lot of people. Some of them have changed careers. Some of them have the courage to realize their life could be more. Some of them have, taken some real positive steps in their life with their health and other things by engaging in some of this stuff. And the Bible does affirm the law of attraction at some level. Romans chapter 12, verse 2, the Apostle Paul says, "Let God transform you into a new person," listen to this, "by changing the way you think." So God wants to transform you. He wants to do a work in your life to become all that He would have you be. And He wants to start by changing the way you think about yourself, about Him, about life. So it does start in the mind. But is The Secret true? I mean, does the book The Secret really offer a biblical position on how you can be changed in life? How does The Secret line up with the Bible? What are the similarities and what are the differences? That's some of what we're going to look at as we talk about being fully devoted today. And if you want to experience transformation in your life, if you want to be fully devoted, if you want to experience positive change, then as you look at Romans 12, Paul would challenge us to devote our minds to God. And that's where I think it starts. Devote your mind to God. Look at what he says in Romans chapter 12, beginning in verse 2. It says, "Don't copy the behavior and the customs of this world." Could be translated, don't let this world squeeze you into its mold. Don't just be formed by what you see on television and what you hear and what you're impacted by in our culture, but go beyond that, he says, and let God transform you. That word transform is the word from which we get the term metamorphosis. Let God morph you, change you into a new person by changing how you think. So how you think has tremendous implications for your life, for your faith, for where you're headed and what's going on. How you think will have a great influence, but the Bible's going to challenge us to devote our minds not just to what we want, but to devote our minds to God, who can then transform our minds so that we become the kind of people He would desire for us to be. Now, when you look at the book The Secret, it also claims to have the secret to transformation. It also claims it starts with the mind. The Secret would say it's all about engaging the law of attraction. If you want to be a millionaire, you want to be a billionaire, all you need to do is you need to start thinking about money and thinking about wealth, and eventually money will start to come into your life. And you want to avoid all negative thinking about those kinds of subjects. So you're leveraging the power of your mind to get what you want. And so the genie becomes very important in the book and the DVD of The Secret. I got my little genie lamp here, if you like this. And basically, their perception of God in the book The Secret is that God is the great genie in the sky. In fact, they use the capital U for universe. So basically, here's what happens. God kind of pops out of the genie lamp, or the universe pops out of the genie lamp, and says to you, "Your wish is my command."
Remember, Aladdin is the one who always asks for what he wants. Then you've got the universe at large, which is this grand genie, and traditions, have called it so many different things. Your holy guardian angel, your higher self. I mean, we could put any label on it, and you choose the one that works best for you. But every tradition has told us there's something bigger than us.
So whatever you wish, whatever you think, whatever you imagine, whatever you visualize, ultimately, that will be the command of God. And so if you want to be healthy, wealthy, whatever you just think. In fact, you can go to their website, and they have a little check that you can print out from their website. I got it on the screen here just to show you. It's from the Universal Bank Unlimited, and you see it's got a little genie lamp there, and it says, "Your wish is my command." And what you do is you take this check, and you fill it out, and you write in whatever financial amount you want in your life. $1 billion, I mean, why think small? $50 billion, You write it out on the check, then you visualize it, and you think about it, and eventually money will come to you.
Well, if cash is one of them, say how much you would like to have. I would like to have $25,000 unexpected income within the next 30 days, or whatever it happens to be. It should be believable for you.
So the law of attraction, the study and practice of the law of attraction is just figuring out what will help you generate the feelings of having it now. Go test drive that car. Go shop for that home. Get in the house. Do whatever you have to do to generate the feelings of having it now, and remember them. Whatever you can do to do that will help you to literally attract it. It could be you wake up and it's just there, it's manifest. Or you might get some inspired idea of some action to take. You certainly shouldn't be going, well, I could do it this way, but man, I would hate that, because you're not on the right track if that's the case. Action will sometimes be required, but if you're really doing it in line with what the universe is trying to deliver, it's going to feel joyous, you're going to feel so alive, time will just stop, you could do it all day.
The universe likes speed. Don't delay, don't second guess, don't doubt. When the opportunity's there, when the impulse is there, when the intuitive nudge from within is there, act. That's your job. And that's all you have to do.
So that's kind of the principle of the law of attraction and sort of how it works. Now, I think fundamentally there are aspects of the law of attraction that the Bible would affirm, but you need to understand the secret and the Bible come at spiritual change and transformation in our lives from two completely different vantage points. They really do. They don't all line up. In fact, when I look at the secret, I think there's some there's some things in it that are very powerful when it talks about the power of the mind, that are true. There's other things in it that are very dangerous. The secret to me seems to ignore the fact that we live in a universe filled with other people. I mean, I think it would be all good if the universe was only about you, and it was just you, and it didn't impact anyone else, and you could choose whatever you wanted and visualize whatever you wanted and whatever. But there's other people in the universe. There's other stuff happening.
Sometimes people will say, those people at work are so negative, or the man I live with is so angry, or my children are so worrisome to me. And we say, you must orient yourself to the best part of those people who surround you. We encourage that you get a notebook and that you make a list of the positive aspects of the people that you spend a lot of time with. There could be someone that you have a terrible experience with, a terrible relationship with. And in the privacy of your own mind, and with quite a bit of work, we will admit, as you focus upon things that you like most, those people will become that mostly to you. And even though you cannot create in their reality, if they are in a mood or an attitude that doesn't match the mood or attitude that you have about them, they'll zig while you zag. Law of attraction will not put you in the same space together. Your frequencies don't match up. If you knew your potential to feel good, you would ask no one to be different so that you can feel good. You would free yourself of all of that cumbersome impossibility of needing to control the world or control your mate or control your child. You are the only one who creates your reality. For no one else can think for you. No one else can do it. It is only you. Every bit of it you.